Time to wrap up the last weekend in June's racing action with a trip to KZN. We're in the capital for Sunday racing at Hollywoodbets, Scottsville. Thanks for joining me for the preview of this 9-race program that gets underway at 11:45. We're now just days away from Africa's greatest horse race, and already they're coming out of the woodwork wanting to know who's going to win this year's Hollywoodbets Durban July. Where can we have a bet? My suggestion is on Hollywoodbets.net or download the app. Maybe you're not able to do one of those, pop into one of their branches and see the variety of bets that they do have on offer. And while you are there, open an account. Deposit money into the account because there is a 15% bonus on all deposits up to 30,000 Rand until the 6th of July. And that will help you build a nice kitty for the big day next Saturday. If you're looking to possibly win something big, then make sure you put on your Hollywoodbet Punter Challenge entry. It's free of charge. Pick one horse in each of the races on the day. Spend the $50 on the bet slip, because if you are the one person who correctly pick all the winners on the program, you could win that double life-changing jackpot that is on offer. Now, as far as this card is concerned, Sunday's meeting at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, I thought a rather tricky card. There are some races we're really going to have to play with a bit of cover. One or two where we can go light. In fact, I only found one race where I can possibly say I will banker. Other than that, it's a case of make sure that you've got enough horses to see you through the legs so that you can stand in the queue at the end of the day and collect a profit that you can build the kitty for next Saturday as well. Now, the first race on the card is a maiden juvenile plate for the girls. It runs at 11:40. It's over 1,100 meters. 13 runners carded. There is one scratching, and that's number 5, Flying South. Here, number 1, Princess of Gauls, is the rooting favourite from the stable of Dean Kannemeyer, opened at 1.25 to 1, has eased through the points to 1.67 to 1. 11, Perfume Power at 2 to 1 firm. 13, Light of Gabriel is at 6.25 to 1, and then number 2, What a Passion, is at 8.33 to 1, double figures and upwards the others. These first-timers from the Kannemeyer yard, one cannot ignore. We've seen quite a few of them already this past season come out and win. This one cost 600,000 Rand, the daughter of Vincent Getrix. The comment from the yardies include in exotics. Am I ever one of those that like to look for horses that had one or two under the belt and that really has got that nice come-on look about him? And I'm going to be siding with 11, Perfume Power, as my first choice selection in the opener. This has got JC Boerters back on board, who claims the 4 kilos allowance was just touched off last time out when beaten ahead. And this horse comes from my good friend Mr. Duncan Hull's yard. And it's good to see what Mr. Hulls has to say at the bottom of race 1. He says, Perfume Power, she has improved with every run and will give a good account of herself. That's good enough for me. I'm going 11, Perfume Power, to win the opener, ahead of number 2, What a Passion. I like this roughie number 9, Every Second Counts. For third and fourth, I'm going with number 1, Princess of Gauls. Second race is the opening leg of the bipot. You need to be on at 12:20 if you are going to be playing a bipot. It's a maiden plate where 10 runners will line up at the 1,100 meter mark. Here, number 6, Chapbook, is at even money from the stable of Clinton Binder with Richard Free on board. Number 4, Boardwalk Breeze, is at 3.03 to 1. Number 8, Grand Force, from 5 to 1 is coming to 4.55 to 1, and at 6 to 1 and upwards the others. You can see number 6, Chapbook, certainly has a genuine chance of winning, has improved from first to second start. There's definitely more to come, but I like number 4, Boardwalk Breeze. This horse improved nicely in its most latest outing. It ran a good race, went third. That was over 1,200 metres on this track, and to me, I think it is the blinkers that did the trick. Definitely a progressive type, still on the up. Moosey knows him well. He retains the ride. There should be more to come, and he should find himself in the winner's enclosure. So I'm going 4, Boardwalk Breeze, to beat number 6, Chapbook. For third, number 2, Clickbait, and fourth, number 8, Grand Force. First leg of the place accumulator, race 3 on the program, is a Class 3 benchmark 96, where 10 runners will line up at the 1,200 meter mark. This is a race where you certainly can make a case for more than one of them. Number 8, Black Egret, is at 2.86 to 1 on Hollywoodbets.net. 7, Soho Star, at 3.33 to 1. 4.55, number 9, Vian's Web. 8.33 bar those 3 runners quoted. I'm going to overlook the favourite, and I'm going to make the third choice in the market my first choice, and I'm going with number 9, Vian's Web. You're going with who? I'm going with 9, Vian's Web, and you're probably saying he picked up a 5-point penalty for his last win. Fully agree with you. However, I do think that Vian's Web is unsung to pull off the hat-trick. The last 2, of course, has been over the course and distance. And if one looks at the horses he's renewing rivalry with, for example, number 7, Soho Star, 4 kilos better off for a 0.15 length beating. 3, Quandary, 3.5 kilos better off for a 1.7 length beating. Both of them should be able to turn the tables. However, I do think that Gareth Van Zyl and Simango Kamalo, who are in such devastating form, will be left out at your own perils. Vian's Web, to me, looks like he is well above average, still improving, and he may still have the upper hand against his rivals. So I'm going 9, Vian's Web to win it, ahead of 8, Black Egrid, 7, Soho Star, and 3, Quandary. That takes us on to the 4th race on the programme. It's the first leg of the Pick 6. 13:30 is the off time of race 4. Another wide open affair as far as the betting is concerned. It's 3.757 to 1 about number 4, Mar del Plata, number 1, Abaddon, 4 to 1. In fact, the top 2 in the betting have switched places. Then you can get 6.25, number 8, Gorgeous Guy, 14, Real War, 6.25, 7.15 to 1, and upwards the others. Interesting that 4, Mar del Plata, who opened 4 to 1, is now 3.57, and Abaddon, who opened 3.57, is now 4 to 1. Both of them come into the race with good, consistent form. Both certainly does have a strong winning chance. This is one of those races where you definitely need to play with quite a bit of cover, and you're probably going to need 5 or 6 of them to safely see you through the opening leg of the Pick 6. I like number 14, Real War, from the stable of Dean Kannemeyer, with Craig Zaki on board. I don't think this horse was disgraced last time out. He was slow away, and he was staying on at the business end of affairs. That was at Hollywoodbets Greyville in his last start. He won his previous 2 starts over this course and distance, and Craig Zaki now steps back into the saddle. He cannot be ignored because he does hail from the informed Dean Kannemeyer yard, and I'm going 14, Real War, looking for the value in the 4th race on the card to beat number 12, Quagga Blitz. For 3rd, I'm going with 1, Abaddon, and 4th, number 4, Mar del Plata. Race 5 is a Class 5 benchmark 60. 11 runners to line up at the 1400 metre mark, and another one of those races where you could make a case for quite a few of them. Number 1, Soldier, who won its debut, jumps from pole position again, is at 2.86 to 1 and would love the rise to 1400. Number 3, Sail to the Moon, is at 5 to 1 in the betting. 6.25, number 8, Attaboy. 6.25, number 7, Kimball O'Hara. 7.14, and upwards the others. Where am I going? Not an easy race in which to nail your colours to the mast, but I like Paul Lafferty's runner, number 8, Attaboy. This horse, always there or thereabout if you look at the form. Only concern that I have is this horse does have the tendency of being slow away. Lost 2 lengths at the start last time out, but ran on really nicely when finishing 3rd, beaten under half a length by the winner. Now, the horse that finished just ahead of him in 2nd that day was a horse called Danube, who has come out and won since, and it's good to see apprentice Niven Nastilli take the ride, because he does take 2.5 kilos off the back, and if jumping on terms, he could return to winning ways, because I do think he's overdue another win. So I'm going 8, Attaboy to win it, ahead of 7, Kimball O'Hara. For 3rd, 11, Lake Como, and 4th, I'm going with 4, Ralph the Rascal. 6th race on the programme is a Class 5 Fillies and Mares benchmark 66. 10 runners will line up at the 1400, and again, one of those races where you can make a strong case for at least 4 or 5 of them. Number 9, Captain's Pride, is a 3.5 to 1. 10, My True Love at 4 to 1. 1, Copacabana at 4 to 1. 6.25, number 4, Nudsberg. 7, Beautiful Rania, 6.25, 8.33 to 1, and upwards the others. As you can see, wide open affair. You're definitely going to have to put in most of the principal contenders in the betting. I like a bit of value here, and I like number 4, Nudesburg. That's my first choice selection. I do think that this horse is much better than its most recent start. The one thing about Nudesburg that is snagging me is the fact that this horse lacks finding a good finish, considering that she likes to jump and go. She likes to race up handy, but she just does not stay on at the business end of affairs. She's had 7 runs to date, and if one looks through her form, you'll see that she won her maiden easily, and that was under Richard Fourie, who is now back on board. She won her maiden by 5.5 lengths, and hopefully Richard Fourie back on board, we'll see a bit of improvement. He'll definitely give her all the necessary assistance, and from up front I do think she may be hard to peg back in the closing stages, and this also happens to be Justin Snaith's only runner on the day. So I'm going 4 Nudesburg to win it, ahead of 7 Beautiful Rania. For third, I'm going with number 10, My True Love, and fourth, number 1, Copacabana. That takes us on to race 7, a Class 3 Fillies and Mares benchmark 96. 8 runners will line up at the 1600-metre mark, and this is the race where I'm siding with the favourite. I'm going with number 3, Sonic Jet. This one from the stable of Corey Lensley has got Calvin Abib on board. She was far from disgrace when finishing 6th in the Grade 2 Tibashina Stakes last time out. She raced up handy. She stayed on at the finish. She now drops back in class. And with a good draw of 3, I do think those front-running tactics going to paint a favour to say, come and catch me if you can. So I'm going 3 Sonic Jet to win it, ahead of 2 Ice Rain. For third, I'm going with 4 Forward Motion. And for fourth, I'm going 8 1 Smart Cookie. On to the penultimate race of the day we go, race number 8. It's a Class 4 Fillies and Mares benchmark 76. 11 runners to line up at the 1600-metre mark. And once again, you can make a case here for about 3 or 4 of them. Number 8, Ronnie Tarabai, is a 3.03, along with number 9, Greenhouse, from the stable of Mike and Matthew de Kock, a 3.03. You can get 5 to 1, number 1, Rugger Lover, number 3, The Mightiest at 6.25, and 7 to 1 and upwards, the others. I'm siding with one of the joint favourites here in race 8. I like the look of Ronnie Tarabai, from the informed stable of Gareth Van Sale and informed jockey Samango Kamalo. Those two have really been a formidable combination of late. If you look at the form, one that's made in 2 runs back and then followed up that maiden win with a good 4th last time out over 2,000 metres on the Poly. She did finish 2nd once and 3rd once from as many starts on this track. She likes to race up handy, so she'll be staying on at the finish. And with a bit of luck in running, she could have a big say in the outcome of this race. And I do think she could even be rewarded for consistency. So, 8, Ronnie Tarabai to win it, ahead of 9, Greenhouse. For third, number 6, Mountains of the Moon. And fourth, number 1, Rugger Lover. And that takes us on to the last race on the programme. Race number 9, Hollywoodbets Bright Future, Class 4 benchmark 80, where 15 runners will line up at the 1600-metre mark. And here it's 4 to 1 the field. Not an easy end to the day. 1 Terminator 4 to 1. You can get 6.25 to 1. Number 13, Al Ravienne. It's 7.14 to 1 about number 6, Run for Cover, and 8.33 to 1 and upwards the others. Where am I going? I'm going with Andre Nell and Serena Moodley. These two have also been in fine fettle of late. This horse owes me. In fact, I've been for it the last time it ran and the run prior to that, and on both occasions it finished second. In fact, the last 3 times that this horse has been to the track, it's finished in the runner-up berth. That last form line has also held up very well because both Al Dante and Lucky Dollar have both come out and won since. So that's a double boost to that form line. Stable's in a rich vein of form, and I do think can go from start to finish to win the last race on the programme. So I'm going 1 Terminator, ahead of 13, Al Ravienne. For third, I'm going with 4 French Flame, and fourth, number 10, White Seahorse. And that takes care of racing and our preview of Hollywoodbets racing at Scottsville on Sunday afternoon. Next meeting I'll be previewing will be the big one, next Saturday's Hollywoodbet Durban July race meeting. Till then, from me, Vaughan, find the winners, hit the mark, sunshine, as Shane would say, build the kitty. See you next time. Cheers for now.